So welcome back to the channel, everyone. Triple M here. Today we're taking a look at the Beatbot AquaSense Pro. This is one of the best, if not the best, robotic wireless vacuum cleaner that I've seen. This has a lot of features built in, guys. So 5-in-1 cleaning. This is going to clean walls, floors, water line. It's also going to clean the surface, which I haven't seen on a vacuum before, but essentially this acts as a skimmer, cleaning the top of your pool, getting all the debris, getting all the leaves. And last but not least, this also has a water clarification system, which I'll cover here in a little bit. In addition, this has multi-sensor path optimization with 100% coverage, pool map and cleaning path visualization with the application, powerful 9-motor system, smart return to home, which brings the robot to its original starting point after cleaning. So this can clean up to 3,229 square feet and has a runtime of up to 9 hours. A lot to cover here, guys. Big shout out to Beatbot for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box. Now in the box, we're going to have a quick start guide, get you up and running very fast. And we're also going to have a user manual, which is pretty much going to go over all the features of the cleaner. Definitely recommend reading the manual just to know how everything functions properly. And also we're going to have the robot itself. We'll come back to that here in a little bit. We're also going to have a wireless charging stand for the robot, and I'll show you how that works here. Another first, in my opinion. I've never seen this, but pretty cool how this is configured, and I'll show you how to put it all together. And of course, they gave us a hook just in case you need to pull the robot up from the bottom. Now the charging stand itself has 2 legs that pretty much just slides in, just extending the surface area. That way you can just quickly dock the robot on top, slide those in, plug it in, and you're all set. All right, so here's a quick look at what that charging stand should look like once you get it done. Like I said, pretty much put together already. You just need to put those 2 legs in, gives it more leverage. That way you put the robot in, it will not flip over. And last thing, of course, is going to be the Beatbot AquaSense Pro. Again, everything was well packaged, even within the cardboard. You can see they still went ahead and wrapped it in plastic just to keep everything nice and tight. So let's take a quick look at the cleaner itself. So first thing I noticed, this is well done. Nice finishes all over. The front is going to have a space for the clarification agent, and I'll show you how to install that here in a little bit. We do have the motors on top. When we get a little bit closer, we can take a look at the buttons. So from right to left, we're going to have the quick mode, the standard mode. We have the power switch, pro mode, as well as the eco mode. And once I turn it on, you'll see that it also has a real-time battery status. So in the front, we are going to have the AI. This is going to be a sensor, kind of detects where it is so it can avoid walls. It does have obstacle avoidance built in, so that's where a sensor is. There's also one on the side just to keep the robot in line and keep that intelligent path going. Cool thing about this is that it does have 2 filters, guys. This is a dual filtration system, so you can see one filter is out and then there's a second filter inside the robot still. So one filter handles the larger debris such as leaves, small stones, while the other excels at trapping smaller debris like hair and sands. Pretty cool design. Like I said, this is another first. I haven't seen this on a cleaner before, but nice to have, and this actually does a good job. Just make sure all the debris is captured. Now on the bottom of the robot, you can see it does have the 2 contact points for charging. So again, a dock system, just drop it on the charger, you're good. And also this has the dual speed flex double group roller brush system. So you can see 2 brushes in the front, 2 in the rear. Also, each side has a track system that corresponds with each brush. So essentially, one set of brushes moving at one time, guys. So you got a left side and a right side. And this allows it to not only navigate a little bit better, but also clean a lot better with multiple brushes doing the work. Now on the back, we're going to have 2 propellers. These are going to be pivotal when it comes to that surface cleaning. You can see both of them right there. And when you open it up, this is where the clarification agent is installed. Now the clarifying kit does come in a separate box, and this has to be purchased separately. So keep that in mind when picking up this robot. The installation is pretty straightforward. You can see it does come in a sealed package, but what this does, guys, it installs in the back of the robot, and when it's actually in the cleaning mode, while it's cleaning the floor, it's actually releasing chemicals in your pool just to keep it clear. This is all automatic, guys, so automatic dosage really starts to spread automatically and evenly throughout the pool once the cleaning cycle begins. Now this, of course, is going to give you crystal clear water, thus improving your water quality. As far as this installation, pretty straightforward. Slide it in, push it down, close the lid, and you're all set. Now once you get it put together, guys, you grab the robot, drop it into the cradle, and it will start charging automatically. So the battery life, as I mentioned, can give you up to 9 hours, and this is based off surface cleaning, but if it's floor cleaning, it'll give you up to 5 hours. The capacity of the battery is 10,000 milliamp hour, and this takes about 3 to 3.3 hours to charge. The dot design is really cool, and you can see does give you a nice indicator of how your battery is doing or what the battery level is while it's charging. Now the battery status strip will be on while the robotic cleaning, and this essentially is a guide to let you know where you are as far as your battery life. So a solid green means that the battery is over or equal to 50%. Solid yellow means that the battery is less than 50%. Solid red means that the battery is below 20%. Flashing red means the battery is below 10%, and a gray or silver means that the battery is charging. Now getting the app set up is pretty straightforward as well. And the name of the app is Beatbot, easy to find in Google Play or your Apple Store. Once you get the app downloaded, you will need to go ahead and get this connected to a robot. Now this itself is pretty straightforward. You press the add button, put the robot in the pairing mode, then it will find it automatically. When it finds a robot, you can connect it to your Wi-Fi network, link the application, create your account, and then you should be good to go. Now here we are in the app, everything's all set up. This is the main screen, but before you go on the robot, on the bottom right, if you click there, it will give you some account management as well as tasks. So you can see you have your account management, you have a message center, help center, language, about, privacy. You also have the option to sign out, and you can clear your cache. So keep that in mind. That's where those settings are. Once you enter the device, this is where you're going to do most of the work as far as the robot. So you can see start from top to bottom, name of the robot. It gives you nice little tidbits. So next to the green icon, it gives you little reminders, which I do like and I do find helpful. So it gives you the Wi-Fi status, tells them that the robot is currently sleeping, and it gives you a graphic of what it mapped out for your last cleaning. So you can see this is basically the shape of my pool. Does a really good job. And below that is going to give you the cleaning record. Now when you click on the cleaning record, you can see it gives you a record of the last couple cleans that you did and what modes they're on. So if you click on either one of them, you can see this one was on December 25th, 33 minutes. It had over 12,000 gallon that was filtered, 377 square feet. All right, 0 walls, 0 surface. So click on it again. It gives you another breakdown. This is going to be of the wall, so you can see the timing. This was for the floor, this was for the wall, no surface was done. So nice little tidbit. That way you can always go back and kind of see what you're cleaning and when you're doing it. So below that, if you click on where it says standard mode, it gives you your cleaning options. So you have 4 basic cleaning modes. You have quick mode, which only is going to do the floor once. You have standard mode, which does the floor, the wall, and the water line once. You also have pro mode, which does the floor, wall, water line, and surface. And you have the eco mode, which only does the floor. So those are your 4 cleaning options that you can select from the application. All right, so last thing I want to touch on, if you click on the 3 dots in the top right, it is going to give you the option for your cleaning record. Again, you have your maintenance consumables. So click on the brush, for instance, it tells you how to clean it, how to make sure that's in optimal shape. The clarifying agent kit, it tells you how to get that replaced, as well as the filter basket. So those options are there. So further down, you have your device details. It's going to give you your user manual or help, area of measurement, so you have square meter, square feet. You also have the unit of water volume, so either square meters or gallon there. You have a firmware update, log, and click on the more. It's going to give you plugin version and your user ID. So the app basically covers everything. I do like using it. Love the fact that at a glance you can see when it's cleaning, you can see what it's done, and you can see the battery percentage. So pretty cool. On the home page, once it starts cleaning, it will give you a nice graphic of just the robot working, and when it's done cleaning, it gives you a map of what your pool looks like, which is pretty accurate if I do say so myself. Now once the robot is fully charged, you can select your cleaning mode and go ahead and start cleaning. Now very important, after you choose your cleaning mode, you want to lay the robot on a flat surface for about 5 seconds. Now this will give it some time to calibrate itself. That way it can clean your pool more efficiently. Let's talk a little bit about the 9 motor drive system. So this is a high efficient brushless main water pump that provides optimum flow and suction and empowers traction on the floors and the walls. In addition, this has 2 drive wheel motors that enables precise control and agile maneuvering and propels the brushes for thorough cleaning. This also has 2 floating chamber pump motors for floating and vertical movement in both upwards and downward direction. 2 surface propeller motors that provides precise agile water surface propulsion through variable speed. So as you can see, when it's on top of the water, it can start going back and forth. Those are the propellers that's really navigating this just to make sure it stays on path. The stepping motor is the motor that actually controls the gate of the robot. So when it's in surface cleaning mode, if you guys notice, there's a front gate that opens up, and this allows leaves and debris, whatever is floating on top of the water, to be captured by the robot. And last but not least, this has a regen pump motor that ensures even and efficient clarifying agent distribution throughout the cleaning process. Now, once you drop the robot in the pool, depending on the cleaning mode, it will either go to the bottom if you select standard cleaning, or floor cleaning, wall cleaning, or if you select surface cleaning, it will just stay up top and do its thing. So for this one, it's going to do the floors, then the walls, then it's going to come up to the surface. So let's jump into some of the things that makes this pool cleaner just pretty awesome. Double cleaner with dual flex. So this essentially is the brush system that we talked about a little bit earlier. So of course we're going to have 2 brushes in the front, 2 in the rear, with both sides independent. This can give you more robust scrub and increased cleaning power and enhanced cleaning capabilities. And the key here is precision, thanks to the differential speeds, ensuring precise direction and turning control for exceptional cleaning coverage. Really well built. This also had advanced route mapping. The AquaSense is equipped with advanced technology that including the quad-core industrial grade system on chip, so basically a computer, and multi-chip fusion algorithm for seamless data processing. It does feature DDR flash storage, data management, dual gyroscope that provide precision orientation data. So the dual ultrasonic AI sensors measures distance accurately and recognizes edge and obstacles. That's why when the robot is first put in the water, you'll see it'll go around the perimeter of the pool, all the way around it, maps it, and then it'll start cleaning the interior. This also has clear nav path optimization and smart navigation. So what this does is looks at the pool specific environment, mapping out the shape, the size, the edge type with exceptional accuracy, and then calculates the most efficient cleaning path, thus eliminating missed spots, overlaps to achieve a comprehensive 100% cleaning of the pool. In addition, this has sonic sense obstacle avoidance. Yes, it is what it sounds like. It comes to a stop, it'll change direction if it detects something's in the way. Works really well. There's a sensor on the front, a sensor on the side, and it will detect when the wall's there, or even if you have something sticking out of the side or the bottom of your pool, it will detect it and avoid it. So having said that, it uses patterns to go back and forth from edge to edge just to ensure it doesn't miss any spots. So as you can see there, it does that on the floor. On the wall, it does something similar where it goes down, slants over a little bit and go back up, come back down, slants over a little bit and goes up, just to make sure it doesn't miss any spots on the wall. And even on the surface, guys, it starts, maps it out, then it'll start floating, goes back and forth, just to make sure it covers the entire surface area. Really cool that each cleaning mode essentially does have this intelligent cleaning path. That way it doesn't miss anything. Now I should mention that this also does a great job cleaning the water lines, guys. So whenever it's in wall cleaning mode, it will clean the wall, but once it gets to the top, it will start scrubbing that water line. And if you guys own a pool, you know that's where some of those buildups can happen. So having this feature is really important. Definitely a must have in any pool cleaner, and this Beatbot does a good job making sure that remains clean. Now I did put some debris in the bottom of the pool, put some rocks, some gravel, just to see how well this will pick up this debris. And as you can see there, this handled that with no problem, ran right over them. Everything was captured and everything was picked up and put in the basket. Now let's talk a little bit about Aqua Glide, or the ability for this robot to essentially float to the top of the water, start skimming, getting rid of the leaves, debris, whatever the case is. This is an industry first. Like I said, I've never seen this on a robot before. I doubt that you have, especially one that's not dedicated to that purpose, but this is pretty cool. So how this works is, this is basically a simulated fly propulsion design that enables the robot to float to the top, glide, skim across the water surface. This system incorporates 2 floating chamber pumps and motors and 2 surface propeller motors. The intelligent suction mouth of the dust rolling brush will capture debris, preventing them from descending deeper into the pool. So as I mentioned, you can see that the front has a gate that actually opens up, and as you can see in the water there, the robot is going back and forth, keeping everything in line just to make sure it doesn't miss anything. And I tested this out, guys. Even though I do have a screen and pool, I did put some leaves in the water just to see how well this works. And this does a really good job just capturing those leaves and debris that's floating on top of the pool. Really does a great job in my opinion, and not gimmicky as some of you might be thinking. So let's talk a little bit about the Clarifying Dispenser. As you saw that I installed it a little bit earlier. Now, the location, of course, is on the back of the robot. Easy to install, pretty straightforward. This is going to be automatic dosage. What this does is once it's cleaning the bottom of the pool, it will actually release it just to make sure it's evenly distributed. And this will actually improve water quality and just make sure that your pool water is crystal clear. Cool thing about this is that you can view the status of how old this cartridge is or the dispenser is in the application. Apple will notify you when this needs to be changed or replaced. Now the robot will do its thing, cleaning the floors, the walls, the surface, depending on which cleaning mode you select. And then it will do the automatic surface parking, which is one of my favorite features. So again, this is another industry first. When it detects that the battery is either low or it finishes the cleaning mode, it will automatically start releasing water after finishing cleaning cycle and will go into parking mode, just making it lighter to retrieve. This has memory park, so this does a good job just attempting to park where it actually started. So we'll come up to the top, float to the spot that you want it. So if the water is pretty still, it will go back to the starting port where it was inserted in the water. All right, so this is probably my favorite part of these reviews, just kind of seeing what it captures. As I mentioned, this does have a dual filtration system. So one filter handles the larger debris such as leaves, small stones, while the other excels at trapping smaller debris like hair and sand. Of course, to get to the filter, just pop the lid. It will pull right out. And as you can see here, guys, there's a lot of debris that was picked up. There's some leaves in there. I do see those rocks that I placed at the bottom just to see if we'll pick it up. So this actually does a good job. And even in the smaller filter, you can see there's a lot of debris. There's some hair, a lot of particles there. So this actually did a good job, just making sure that everything is captured. So once everything's captured, simply bring it to the garden hose, spray it out. Make sure everything is removed, then you can go ahead and insert it, recharge the system, and it's ready to go again. So again, big shout out to Beatbot for sponsoring this video. I will be putting a link in the description where you can go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.